Welcome back, everybody. In today's hot take, I wanted to talk about something a little different. I wanted to actually talk about stretch goals. The stretch goals and for crowdfunding, for Kickstarter, Indiegogo, whatever, and what they are, what they mean, and what we think about them. Because stretch goals to me are something extra for the campaign. If the campaign gets going and you really do well, you add extra stuff. Like, hey, since we did so well and we have this, extra profit in the system, maybe we can use it to add premium components, for example, or add another module or another scenario to the game. And I think this has been pretty common throughout Kickstarter and Indiegogo, throughout crowdfunding. I don't think it's an unusual thing to see anymore. But how does a stretch goal happen? Well, typically, stretch goals are something where you overachieve and you overfund by X dollars. That's how you achieve a stretch goal. Now, stretch goals by their nature are going above and beyond. And so you should get rewards above and beyond what the original project was. Now, in my opinion, I think if you look at stretch goals from a natural stretch goal point of view, they are part of the whole campaign. You don't reach a dollar amount, a funding amount stretch goal, for example, by not getting funds. So everybody who pledges to the campaign contributes to that stretch goal. So in my opinion, I think stretch goals should be applied to everybody, the whole campaign. For example, let's say you are pledging to this campaign. You were able to pledge $20. Good. Happy. Your $20 helped them achieve their funding goal and get to this stretch goal. Well, other people pledge $100. Great. They can afford more, whatever the case may be. They pledge $100 and their $100 goes towards the funding goal. But that doesn't mean that everybody who pledged less than $100 did not contribute to the funding goal. They did. Their money is just as valid as anybody else's money. So everybody who pledged, even the dollar pledgers in some cases, pledge towards this funding goal and help you reach your goal. So when it comes to stretch goals, you add everybody's pledges up. They go over $100,000. And that was your funding goal. Now you're into stretch goal territory. Do you think that only the people who pledged at the $100 or higher tiers should get the stretch goal content? Should they? I mean, if it wasn't for all the people that pledged less than $100, which is likely the bulk of the people pledging to the campaign, statistically speaking, then you wouldn't have reached the funding goal. You probably wouldn't have gotten there. And if it wasn't for their money getting you there, you wouldn't have this stretch goal to give everybody. So don't you think maybe it'd be better if everybody got the stretch goal? Let's say the stretch goal was adding an extra scenario to the campaign. That's pretty big. But shouldn't everybody get it since everybody's money helped you get there? What if it's something small like a keychain with the company logo on it? Well, everybody's money contributed to getting to the stretch goal, so you were able to get the keychains. So shouldn't everyone get one? Now, I understand wanting to give things to people at the higher tiers, to reward them for going the extra mile, but not everybody can do that. And I think you should probably be thankful for people pledging to your campaign at all. Some people are, especially in this COVID time, are strapped for cash. And they might have spent their only $20 available for Kickstarters this year on your Kickstarter. And then you give the stretch goal reward to somebody else at a higher tier because they didn't lose their job. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, actually, I do. I don't think that's right. That's my opinion. I don't think that's right. If you want something to be exclusive at a higher tier, it's not a stretch goal. Let's say you get over a certain funding goal, add something to the higher tier pledges that they pay for. You can add things to the pledge, right? Or create another tier. But calling it a stretch goal, which is commonly accepted as for the entire campaign, and then not giving it to everybody who contributed to your campaign, that doesn't seem right. And I realize sometimes there are cases where stretch goals were stuff that they had laying around and you decided, oh, we'll just throw this in there because we have them and we think people will like them. We'll call it a stretch goal because we don't have enough for the entire group. Let's say, 1,000 people backed your campaign and you only have 250 keychains. Well, you do have to find a break. But if you find that break, if you realize that this wants to be a stretch goal, we want to do it that way, but not everybody can get it, maybe put it in your campaign manager at the end, in backer kit, or pick your favorite campaign manager, and then have it as a paid extra. That would be equitable. People that can afford it will get it, and if you make it a cheap enough item, make a keychain 50 cents or $1, it's a no-brainer, right? They'll pick that up. But then you don't have that inequity or that inequality where everybody's money contributed to the campaign, but only a few people get the stretch goal. That's how I feel about it. That's kind of my opinion, how I look at this. Yours might be different, and fair enough. If you have a different opinion, I'd like to know. So, what do you think? Should stretch goals be for everybody? Should they be exclusive to a particular pledge tier and up? How would you handle it if you only had a limited amount of items to toss into the campaign? What would you do? Let me know what you think about this and put it in the comments below, but be civil to each other. And remember to subscribe, hit that bell. That'll help us out, and you'll know when we come up with new videos and our instructional videos or other videos I'm producing. And as always, make awesome things.